Hello, welcome to another podcast for Living Life at LifeView. We're doing a special research series today, and I am your co-host, Aaron Gilligan, and I am joined by my esteemed co-host.
Hi, guys. Welcome back. I'm Dr. Veronica Garcia, and today we are joined by a super interesting student that wears a lot of hats at Life University, Miss Megan Cronje. Welcome. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm so happy to have you. I'm so excited for us to be talking a little bit about your student life, but also a little bit of your athletic life. Let's sprinkle it in, and your research life, which is a whole other hat that not many people wear. So let's start with what program you're in and how far into the program you're in.
All right. So I'm a bio major, BSc Bio. This is my sophomore year, my second year, but I'm actually planning to finish in 3 years. So after this quarter, I'll be a junior as far as credits go.
Wow.
Okay,
so you are sprinting.
Yeah.
And with sprinting, you're also an athlete at Life University. Tell us, what athletics are you a part of?
Yeah, so I'm on the Life University swim team. This is my second year competing, and I'm actually team captain right now, one of four.
Oh, wow.
So we recently had our conference last week, actually, which was our big meet at the end of the year. And then we got nationals in like the next 3 weeks. I'm not sure if I've qualified yet. We'll find out on Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's very exciting.
So many hats. And is also the team lead. Okay. All right.
So when did you start swimming initially?
So my mom put me in swimming before I could even walk. Like it was one of her rules that I had to swim before I went to school. So I knew how to swim for as long as I can remember. But it was just like an extramural thing. Like after school, we would go swim for like 30 minutes and then go home and do homework. And then when I was 8 or 9, I tried out for the swim team and I hated it at school. So I actually didn't compete for a couple of years. And then when I turned 12 or 13, I started club swimming, and then I was actually competitive.
Okay.
Yeah. And then it's been just that right
Ever since, yeah.
I love it.
That's great. And that's a good long time to be doing a sport. Yeah. That's fantastic.
So why biology?
Why biology? Well, the truth is when I started, I actually had no idea what I wanted to do.
Yeah, that's fair.
I did know I was very interested in human movement as an athlete, obviously. And then I was really good in like physics and bio in high school. So I figured I could figure this out.
Yeah.
And then I started, actually, the fact that I came here was Tom. I wasn't planning, but after I got recruited, I came and then found out how good the exercise department was.
Okay.
So a lot of my electives are sport health science. But it actually worked quite nicely, like the bio major with the sport health science electives afterwards.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So since you're on this accelerated path to finish up, what are your plans after? Is it more school or?
Probably. I'm planning on doing a master's right now. It's not decided, but yeah. And then after that, well, I'm hoping the research thing sticks around. So
Yeah, that's
okay.
great. That's
so
great.
you love the research thing.
I do.
Let's talk about the research thing then. What inspired you and where? Let's start with what inspired you to even start research.
So I've always been a very hands-on learner. If I don't understand something, I'll take it upon myself. I'll go Google or I'll go try something or I'll ask people about it. I was never very good at memorizing. So those kind of courses are not my favorite. But yeah, anything where I can solve problems, where I can actively look for the answers that aren't already there, it was always enjoyable for me. So I guess I didn't go out to find research, but when it fell into place, I was like, you know what? Yeah, this works for me.
Yeah.
Your brain is designed that way.
I love that, finding the answers that aren't readily out there. You know, that you aren't readily discernible. You have to search for, and that's fantastic. So, what is your research now involved in? What field?
So the short answer is rat bones.
Okay. The long answer.
So what we're doing right now is I'm under, obviously, Dr. Andrew McIntosh. Thank goodness. He's literally my guide. But so we're looking at CT scans of different rodents. He's done this kind of research in the past, but I'm focusing more on pelvic and shoulder girdles, and essentially the differences in movement that makes on bone structure. So within rodents, there's quadrupeds, there's bipedal, there's people that climb trees, you know. So it's interesting to see how all the different movements affect this, and then also related to the pelvic and shoulder girdles, because historically they evolve kind of at the same time. But obviously, as soon as you become bipedal, then it's a bit different. So seeing like the differentiation and when it happened and how it happened based on the environment and all of that kind of stuff.
So were rat bones something you thought about before you got to life?
Absolutely not. Definitely not.
Did you ever had a pet rodent?
I did not, surprisingly.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, all right. So this is just a later development of interest, and now we love it.
Yes.
I love that. And where in your research stage you are?
Pretty early. We're still gathering data right now. I think I've only done, I want to say like maybe 20 scans. I'm busy putting in landmarks, so just gathering all the data, putting it together. So no initial findings yet.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
we're getting there.
That's what research is about.
Yeah.
That's right, that's
Yeah, it's the patience and the doing and the seeing and the analyzing. I'm like, oh, hold on, how did I miss this? And then coming back and going forward. It's a beautiful journey. It's really awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And you're also involved with Tri Beta, is that correct?
Yes, I am.
Can you tell us a little bit about that organization?
So it was also another thing that just kind of happened that I didn't plan on happening. But in my freshman year, when I approached Dr. McIntosh about research, he was saying, okay, well, I'm planning on integrating a Tri Beta chapter here on campus. So it was the first time we had Tri Beta on campus. And it's essentially for biological researchers, specifically undergrad. It's a huge network. We have access to different resources, different alumni, just people to help guide you in the right direction. I believe they even have their own publishing paper, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, and he was like, well, I want to install a chapter here at LifeU. Would you be interested? And I was. So I think there were about 7 of us. And we all kind of signed our names and got initiated. And it was like, oh, this is a thing now. And it was just on.
It's official? Yeah.
So inaugural members. That was fun.
That's really awesome.
That's fantastic.
So what does Tri Beta do in the university? If someone is interested in joining, what do they do? How can they get involved right now?
So the easiest way is to reach out to Dr. McIntosh, or if you know someone who's in Tri Beta, they can put you in the right direction. And then our numbers are very small right now, so if you're a bio student and you're into research, you're basically gonna get in. But yeah, no, it's a really great resource. Like there's lots of conferences that you can attend.
Yeah. And you'll be attending one of those conferences in the future. Like,
Yeah,
coming up, is that right?
Yeah, I'm planning. I think it's 2 weeks' time. It's March 12th to 15th.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
It's coming right
I'm
around
hoping
the
to go to
corner.
Myrtle Beach for the conference there. Yeah.
Very nice.
Awesome.
Will you be presenting? Or?
Yes, just a poster, not a talk, but
That's still fantastic. Yeah.
It's so very girl. Don't break it down. It's really important. That's really awesome.
Yeah.
Thank
Congratulations.
you.
Yeah. So are you presenting the poster on your rodents?
That's the plan.
That's really cool. So, knowing that you are in the earlier stages of research, what is your hypothesis? What are you planning? What is the question that you're planning to answer?
So, it's not necessarily one specific question. It's more just looking at the differences. But I'm very curious to see how a rodent moves will affect its bone structure, like specifically the pelvic and the girdles. Like, for example, the ones that I've seen already are quite varied. I'm busy looking at shoulder girdles. So some of them are a lot smaller, some of them are bigger, allow for more movement, or like more under you or next to you. Like, it's just interesting to see the differences and then applying those later to see how the evolutionary process might have happened.
Yeah. And answering those questions, which I think it's always a mystery,
right?
At least in my mind.
So I was curious what kind of resources at Life University you found have been able to help you in your journey to develop as a researcher.
So the biggest one, let's talk money, was the RISE scholarship. I honestly probably wouldn't even be here without it. So that was really, really nice to be able to apply for that and then use my interests to help fund my schooling. And then on top of that, the software that we have in the computers in the lab, that's how I'm doing my research. So if I didn't have that, I'd have to go out and buy computers and buy software and all of that. It's already here. So that makes it a lot easier. I don't know if Dr. McIntosh has it for him specifically or if it was in the department, but the access to the CT scans, that was also really, really nice to use. And then I'm still waiting on that one actually, but I've applied for travel grants as well, which is another thing. I would not be able to afford to travel without it. So that was really, really, really nice. And then obviously the faculty, the mentorship, the resources that I can go and ask if I'm confused or if I have no idea what I'm doing, which I didn't when I started, literally helped me learn how to do research.
Right. I think having this conversation, talking about this, is so important to knowing what kind of resources there are available to students, faculty, and staff on campus.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of that there. And like I said, the RISE Scholarship is definitely something that's really supports the student research in all those areas, research and scholarly endeavors. So I'm glad to see it's going to good use.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's so important. And I love that this is a passion that found you and a calling that found you, but also to know that the university has gone above and beyond, whether they know it or not, to provide those resources and provide, hey, this is the next step and I can help you get to that next step. That is such a huge piece, because a lot of times we have the calling, we see the final step, and we're like, okay, where do I even start? Right. But to have someone like Dr. McIntosh or other faculty members or people in the research department that are allowed to say, hey, let's just break it down. Yeah. Like let's work our way backwards and break it down to get you to that goal. And also have different routes, because things are gonna come up at some point, right? So it's really nice to hear and to see that this might not have been the plan at the beginning, but it is developing in such a rhythmic and harmonic way, it looks like, that you've been called to this. I'm like, this is and the way that you talk about it with such passion and joy, and your eyes are smiling and your mouth is smiling, everything is just happy. I love seeing this experience. This is really awesome. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being here. Good luck on on athletics. Good luck in your accelerated program. Good luck in research. Good luck with the next steps, and enjoy life. I just have to say it. Enjoy life, because it looks like you're already enjoying it. So keep enjoying it. That's amazing.
That's the plan.
Very good.
Well, thank you so much for your time. Good luck on all the things that you do, and we'll hopefully see you back with a little snippet of what's been going on. Maybe in about a year, kind of. Maybe I'm gonna put that out into the universe. Yeah, I love that. Well, good luck, honey. Take care, and we'll see you guys on the next episode of Living Life at Life You. Take care. Bye.